just think that it's going to continue to be a big part of our world, and the faster that they can learn how to leverage it in their lives to help them, then I think the better off they're going to be.
Welcome to the Break Free Real Estate Podcast, your daily guide to financial freedom through real estate. I'm your host, Jocelyn Kaufman, and I'm here today with David Robinson. And today, David and I are going to talk about how to leverage Chat GPT for real estate investing. So if you don't know what Chat GPT is yet, then you need to get on the Chat GPT train. So OpenAI is a company. They essentially created Chat GPT and a couple other really cool resources that use AI to generate content, essentially. And so a lot of people, especially content creators or people who need descriptions of things, are able to take advantage of this, as well as students having to write an essay. I would assume if I was in college or when I was getting my master's degree, I would have loved to have this. So, but I didn't. David, do you want to start this off with just maybe how you use ChatGPT in your real estate investing?
Yeah, first off, my kids said that they aren't supposed to be using ChatGPT in their classes. I encouraged them to use it in any way, any fashion that they possibly can. And I just think that it's going to continue to be a big part of our world. And the faster that they can learn how to leverage it in their lives to help them, then I think the better off they're going to be. So I've encouraged it, and I use it quite a bit in my business just from a content creation standpoint. So I use it a lot in that regard. That being said, the question is, how can investors, the average investor, the new investor, use ChatGPT to help them with their real estate investing? And I guess what I would say is that it's pretty limited in its value to a new investor today, but it's going to become significantly more powerful. One of its main limitations is that it doesn't tap into the internet as it is today. So its information database that it's able to access, I believe, goes up until September of 2021. So it can't really help with like current events and current issues that are going on, current data that you may need to be able to access. What it can help you with a lot is with communications. And so one of the ways that I think an investor could use it is in writing as simple as writing a description for one of your rental properties. I use it when I'm wanting to really speed up the writing process for myself. So I will often go into it and just sort of word vomit without any concern about jargon, spelling, structure, anything else. And I just sort of word vomit into ChatGPT, and then I ask it to clean it up for me and write it in a particular tone. Like if I want it to be very professional and buttoned up, it will do so. If I want it to be more casual and intriguing, it will do that. So I can just sort of word vomit into it, let it clean up, and that can apply to property descriptions and a handful of other things. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and back to what you said, the sooner you use ChatGPT, the better off you're going to be. Like, I don't really agree with schools. I mean, I was a teacher. If I was a teacher still, I would be telling my students to take advantage of it, because it's just like with the calculator. It's how you use it and knowing how to use it correctly. Like, two people could use Chat GPT and one person could use it way more effectively than the other person and create and come up with something a lot better. So just using it as a tool. With real estate, you can use it, like you said, David, for descriptions. You could use it for direct mail, maybe creating a letter. And how I use ChatGPT is I typically will say, I need this, and here's all the things I want included, and then it just puts it into a nice story form. So even though ChatGPT isn't up to date, I'm able to put in all the stats I see, whether it's real estate or stats or whatever, and it's able to generate content for me. And with Chat GPT, if you're in the Chat GPT area, you can even save those chats and prime it and say something like, there are this many houses on the market today. Do you understand? It'll say yes. And you could tell all these things. And now it knows all these current things that you need it to know. And then you can create literally anything you want in that chat thread. So there are ways to make it more current for what you're using. But I mean, anything that you're writing, like a paragraph, like anything more than a paragraph, it could be very useful for whether that's texting other investors, sending emails, listing your property for rent, direct mail, whatever it is, it could be useful in that sense.
Yeah, more than anything, I think I use it for ideation, like helping me come up with different ways of saying similar things. So if I want to write an email to an owner of a property and about me wanting to buy the property, I can go in there and say, hey, write this email in 3 different ways with 3 different tones, all with the goal of having the homeowner want to work with me. And it could give me 3 different variations, and then I can pick and choose which one of those variations that I feel like is the best option. So I think it just helps with the communication. I think it'll help with the content creation. Anything as it relates to the written word, Chat GPT can absolutely help you with now. And I think it's just going to become better and better in the future as it starts to tap into the internet and have access to literally all of the information that's available out there.
Yes, and if you have not checked it out, then go check it out. You will be mind blown. It's better than you think it is. It's like when Siri came out, everyone was so obsessed with it and thought it was the coolest thing. This is like 100 times cooler than that moment.
Not even comparable. And ask it to tell you some jokes. It comes up with some pretty cool jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always be like, write me a comedy script in the voice of Joe Rogan about this, and it does it perfectly, so it's great.
It's incredible.
It's awesome. Well, that's it for today. For more daily investing tips and real estate secrets, don't forget to visit breakfreerealestate.com and make sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. We will see you tomorrow.